Welcome everyone to another video regarding the Bandai Nations S.H.Figuarts for the Marvel Cinematic Universe line, and today I want to do a full discussion on the upcoming Avengers Assemble SHFs. Of course, they are releasing the first 4 Iron Man Mark 6, Captain America and Hulk, all from that 2012 Avengers movie. And it's going to be a significant month for the collectors, because of course that film was pretty iconic, the first team-up movie, and Bandai did start off their line in 2013 with the Iron Man 2, and they kind of just followed the movie timeline. And the first Avengers set they released was actually the Age of Ultron figures, so all the way to Endgame, and only now are they starting to bring out the first Avengers characters again. Of course, we're still waiting for the announcements of both Black Widow and Hawkeye, which I'm sure they'll do very soon. And over the years, they have released a few of the characters from the first Avengers movie. So we've seen the Iron Man Mark 7 with 2 releases. We also got a Loki last year. And of course, most recently is the Nick Fury figure, which of course is a significant one, because now that I have Nick Fury, I feel that he can be paired up with a lot of the characters, since he was in almost all the MCU movies. And it's going to be pretty cool to have this in your collection, and then you can start building around it. So let's first discuss the Chris Hemsworth 4 figure that's coming out. And obviously that one is going to be the original attire with the long sleeves, as you can see, and also some new effects like the spinning Mjolnir, which we've never seen. So that's going to be pretty cool, and the head sculpt looks to be pretty nice as well. And there have been 5 releases of 4, the God of Thunder, and pretty much all of them have a different look. So I think for someone like Thor, he's changed up his look more so than anyone else in the original team, probably alongside Black Widow, in terms of his weapons, attire, his hairstyle, and even his weight. So the 5 figures they did release is the Age of Ultron version, the Infinity War version, the Thor Ragnarok, and then the Endgame, and then they released the Endgame Final Battle Edition. So the one I have in front of me right now is the Age of Ultron version, and of course this was released around 2015, and these figures are considered out of date by now, although I still like it in my collection, of course, because this is his look, the sleeveless one. The figure overall isn't that nice. I mean, the body proportions could be a lot more bulkier, and I think just the way they built it kind of had this animated style, which I don't blame them, because Bandai were new to the MCU line back then, and if you look at the Hulk and Captain America ones in particular, they had this animated style more so than this 4 figure. And this one obviously had a hard plastic cape, which a lot of people didn't like. They used it on the Doctor Strange one as well, or they did change it up in the Battle on Titan version. But I think it kind of gets in the way when you want to do certain poses, and it's not very nice. So obviously the new Avengers one will get the soft cape. And then for the weapons, Mjolnir, which has kind of like a longer band than what we've seen later on. And then this hand, which is attached to the Mjolnir for that flight pose. And it also comes with a bunch of accessories like the alternate hands, and also 2 extra eyes. So eyes are something they don't really do now. They kind of just give us alternate head sculpts on figures. But that was something they did for the Age of Ultron version. And I think overall, it's not too bad. And then of course they did release the Infinity War version, and then I'm going to show you the Endgame one, because I feel that the Endgame one is kind of similar to the Infinity War one in terms of the armor, the full black. This one seems to be a bit more nicer in my opinion. It kind of has a more shine to it and a better paint overall. Of course the soft cape now, and whereas I think the Infinity War one had more of a matte finish. And then the head sculpt is decent. both the Infinity War and Endgame versions didn't come with a alternate head sculpt, which I'm kind of disappointed with. I kind of wanted like an aggressive face. I don't think the upcoming 4 one has one either, so that's something SHF should really do. But for 4, there's no lightning effects either. You have to pick up the Final Battle Edition. So apart from that, you get a bunch of hands. You get the Mjolnir as well, and of course he has his Stormbreaker, which they gave us one in the Infinity War one as well. So for 4 in particular, I think it is one I'm looking forward to because he has a totally brand new look, and I just like that spinning effect on the Mjolnir. So yeah, that's one character I'm looking forward to more so than the other members. And then we move on to Captain Steve Rogers, and this one you're looking at is the Avengers Endgame one because of course of the time travel scene. So this is known as the Cap vs. Cap, which obviously is still the attire from the first Avengers movie, and the one they're going to be releasing is going to be slightly different in terms of the armor. That one's going to have some battle damage effects as well as the shield being battle damaged. So this one I'm not too particularly looking forward to because it's very similar to this figure, and that one doesn't even come with a Steve Rogers head sculpt. I believe it's going to have the Captain America aggressive face as the alternate head, which is okay. If you do pick that one up, you can kind of do like a Cap versus Cap scene. But since I have this Endgame version, I'm pretty happy with it, and I don't think I really need a battle damaged shield or attire to go in my collection. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm going to say I'm really pleased with my Endgame version. And then we can take a look at the Iron Man Mark 6, which is coming out as well. That's going to be a battle damage version. That one I am looking forward to because I don't have a Iron Man Mark 6. They did release, of course, the original version, but this new one is going to have these new laser beams and these new blaster effects, which is pretty cool. And in terms of the earlier armors, the only one I have is the Iron Man Mark 1 and the Iron Man Mark 3. So I actually don't have Iron Man Mark 2, Mark 4, Mark 5, or Mark 6. So you can see here I have Mark 1, Mark 3, and Mark 7 behind him, which is still in the box. And these are the earlier looks of Tony Stark. And of course I have Tony Stark in the suit as well. So for that figure in particular, I am looking forward to it. Not only is it battle damaged, it's going to be, of course, the triangle reactor in the middle, all these special effects, even though there's no Tony Stark head sculpts, which of course I can use the old ones, and that one is going to be interesting as well. But for people that already have the Mark 6, maybe not so much. And the last figure is obviously Hulk, and the upcoming Hulk is going to look a bit different to what we already have. And again, they've released a few versions of Hulk: the Age of Ultron, the Infinity War one, which is behind 4, and they released the Thor Ragnarok version, and then also the Endgame one in his time travel suit. And again, this one, just like Thor and Captain America from Age of Ultron, has this anime look. I know a lot of people didn't like this Hulk. They think the green is too green, and just the way they built the figure just looks really weird in certain poses. I actually don't mind this. I think it feels pretty solid. It's a decent Hulk. You can use it for a comic version, and I think the paint job is pretty nice. It has the Avengers logo on his pants, and yeah, I do like this Hulk as a Age of Ultron version. And even though I have a few Hulks, I think this one will be pretty good in your Avengers line somewhere in the back. The Infinity War version, if I just lift the camera, you can see this sculpt is fantastic. One of the best Hulk figures out there, and much better than the Endgame one, better than the Age of Ultron version. So it's actually a difficult choice. Now that they're releasing the Assemble version, which has these ripped pants, this one is just too good to not have in your collection. So I'm actually, again, not too concerned on not getting the Avengers Assemble version, because this one is just amazing already. So that's the quick discussion regarding the upcoming Avengers Assemble S.H. Figuarts. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos related to the MCU. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.